Yes, sir. So we hear about the pre-tribulation and the two things happen simultaneously, right? So what are the essential conditions? Right? Because many we have so many denominations, no? So people just think that I have to do something to caught up in the rapture, right? So to clear the confusion, can you clearly define what are the things, essential conditions to be caught up in the rapture? Number one. Number two, what are even the Jesus says no, the elect will be deceived, right? The elect will be deceived. So what are the conditions maybe the believer may be left out? The options of being left out in the rapture. Two questions, yes.
Okay.
In other words, he's asking for the time.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is an issue of time, Danny. This is an issue of time. So the popular understanding that we've all been taught as part of the church is that, rapture is a separate event and Jesus' second coming is another separate event. Okay. I'm trying to tell all of us this evening that we need to study this a lot more closely. And I myself am inclined to the position where I don't think anymore that there is enough biblical validity to argue for the rapture and the second coming to be two distinct events, but I'm saying they are simultaneous events. Okay, that's one. Second, what is it that we need to do in order to not miss the boat? I'm saying that the boat has not actually come or miss the bus. It's not come and parking itself midair so that we can all climb inside and it'll go back to heaven. Destination is not heaven, Danny, from whatever we have read and whatever we have looked at in the limited time. Jesus is coming down from heaven, and we're all meeting him, okay, like children would meet their father who's returning, let's say, from a long trip, okay, out of, let's say the gate of the house. They'll run out into the street and receive him and walk him back home. So like that, the elect will meet the Lord in midair, not to go away with him to heaven, but to come back here to earth and to establish his 1,000-year millennial reign. Okay, so the big point here is not who will be taken, who will be left. Okay, if we are the elect and on a daily basis we continue to be in right standing with God, God will do his bit of preserving us and presenting us blameless on the day of his return. Okay, so there is a dynamic there and there is a mystery there, and it's complex. From our part, we continue to live in obedience to God, and from his sovereign part, he will see to it that we don't slip and fall and get disqualified. So the dead also will resurrect in Christ. The ones that are alive will be caught up with the Lord in mid-air, and both parties will reunite with our King, second coming King, and will bring him back with pomp and splendor and glory, and institute him officially and celebrate his kingship. And he will reign for 1,000 years, and we will reign along with him. That's the idea. Again, I'm just giving us 5 different positions. Please be informed that I am saying that I'm inclined to this one position where these two are simultaneous events, and I'm not inclined to the other 4 positions. But then again, I want you to do your own study and I want you to do your own research. In the 1 hour that we had, we've not looked exclusively at all of the scriptures, and we've only, been able to look at certain scriptures that were helpful for us. But again, I've given you much to think about, and that is why we call this as rethinking rapture. This is not the conventional thinking of rapture that we have grown up with based on what popular media informed us or what we were, regularly taught in church. But encourage you to be like the Berean Jews and dig deep and study this clearly. And I've given you 6 points why I am inclined to the second view, the view that the coming of Christ is imminent, and there is no secret coming versus second coming. The second coming is what John Darby popularized as a secret coming. And because the church wanted to escape, pain and suffering, which is natural for everybody, the idea of rapture, a secret coming to whisk away the elect, seemed to gain a lot of popularity along with dispensational theology, which became popular in America, and also the idea of premillennialism.